so I'm well aware of things being simplified for my purposes. Oh, yeah. So it tells us where the will mount on this mounting.
Yeah. Just watching the video that I just posted. Little shameless plug. Making progress on the TRX4 chassis kit. I was just watching the video I just posted to YouTube to make sure everything looked okay. If you could do the same, that'd be fucking cool. Also, I don't ask, but you know, if you hit that like button and subscribe button, if you like this stuff that I'm doing, if not, hit the dislike button and let me know. Anyway, this is what I got going on here. So I've put the chassis kit away for a moment, and we're gonna let me just flip this around here. Started on this trailer. So if you didn't watch or know, I ordered a trailer from Amazon. I believe it was from Amazon for a ridiculously low price. It's a new trailer. They had new and new used. It was like $10 less. I went ahead and got the new, but the price, I just could not pass it up. Now I like to do a lot of things through my hobby store, local hobby store, KC Hobby and Toys in St. Ignace, but I couldn't pass it up. Even a non RC 4-wheel drive trailer that sells is way more expensive than this. So we're gonna open this up, and I don't think we're gonna drag you along like we have with the chassis kit. Yeah, we're definitely getting back to that today or tomorrow. I just assembled the electronics. I installed the transmission and did some electronics assembly this morning. That's what I was watching. I just posted the video. I was watching that, and now I want to get together this trailer and see what I can do to figure out the assembly of this. Now, everything that I read, all the reviews, everything that I've seen, they complain a lot about the instructions, the instructions. So it's not so much the assembly of the trailer that's complained about. It is the instructions and how hard or how lacking they are. So we will, magnetic. We will, when I come to certain points where I think it might be helpful, I think I might go ahead and throw out a video or record some, and then maybe we'll just do a big collective video, one video of the whole assembly. But this is what we're dealing with. Throw this box out because we're going to be done with this. Hopefully, we'll save it for a minute. But I mean, it looks in great condition. It's new, but this is how it is when it's shipped. Now it's got little welds here. There's a little concern about that. I may have to learn how to do some brazing or something in the future if those welds should give. I hope not. They're pretty skinny though, and I'm probably not going to keep it like fucking spotless or dry. I mean, so we'll just see how they hold up. It could end up being like a real trailer, clang, ring, ring, ding, ding, rattling along. But yeah, we'll get her laid out, and we'll start going over these instructions and getting it assembled. So step 4, yeah, must be step 2, step 1, wheel mounting. So I'm gonna bring all this stuff out and lay it out on the table, and we'll see what we're dealing with. All right. All right, so the first little tidbit of helpful information that I've got here is when installing these springs is there's two different lengths of screw. These ones and those ones. I don't have the FCS, the BCS, or all that shit, but put the long ones in just to get the spring started. Put the long one in. From the instructions, it appears the short one's going there, but who the fuck knows? We'll get back to that later. But put the long one in. Get that screwed down as far as, basically as far as that would go. And then squeeze the short one in there. At least it's being held in by the long one while you do that. Very helpful. And well, all right. We're making good progress. Yeah, we're smoking hot. We're just smoking. Anyway, so this is what we got. Looking at the instructions, I'm going to zoom in with you guys. Looking at the instructions, we got that's all done with some shorter screws. That is done. That's to mount the springs to the trailer. We put the bearings in. We'll put the axle on that. Okay, that's all that, and that was all basically in one bag. So, with that said, I have this. Now, I'm not sure where this goes. I'm looking in here in step one. I just don't see it anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere. I have a feeling that those are spacers for these bolts. I don't have nuts for them, so I don't know if it is for if I wanted to have more space, like more spring. I think more spring in my springs. I think I might be able to. I don't know why that has a fucking spacer. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So far, we have this left over. Maybe not left over, but we have this to set aside in a little bin here. That was package one. We'll put that right here, and we're gonna move on. I have not used any Loctite, so all the nuts on here were lock nuts. I didn't use any Loctite on those. However, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these retaining bolts, and all these do is retain the axle right in here on the mount. So I think I'm gonna remove these and actually Loctite the inside of these retaining bolts. Not those, maybe, but because there is one that's loose. I was just feeling it. So, yeah. Definitely check your nuts, check your bolts. But I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna just put a little drop of Loctite in there, take it out, back it out, put it back in on all four, maybe all 8 of those, just to make sure that they stay on those little mounts. So I'm gonna Loctite those, and then I'm gonna move on because I cannot figure out what those are for. So I don't know that these things were such an odd size. These that right there, such an odd size. I don't even know. But we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the wheels. I got the washers. Well, anyway, I got the axles on, so we're gonna go ahead and get the wheels mounted. And we'll check back. Right. All right. Well, we're making great progress. It's so far. I mean, it's tedious as it is. Just got to pay attention. With that part, I don't think I ended up with any additional pieces. So we're still sitting with these 4, looks like spacers, and 4 longer 10, 12 millimeter screws. We're waiting to see if they go in somewhere, but we've got the chassis, I guess you could say, assembled. Tongue heavy, that's fine. But got that assembled. We'll get the gates put on. Well, we'll do that. So we've done Step 2, the wheels. We've got those assembled. I'll probably have to do a little wheel maintenance when they come to think of it. There is a little wobble. Some of them aren't exactly, but maybe with wear, it'll come together. But there's just a tiny lot of wobble in some of the wheels here. Might as well. It's not terrible, but you know, you can see it. That one's the worst, I think. Just do a little wheel maintenance. Again, steel rims, steel rims. Will we all? Steel rims. That's pretty freaking cool. Freaking cool. Yeah, we'll get back to it. All right. Joey! Oh, yeah. That thing is sweet. Oh, yep, got me slacking. Yeah, just sitting here taking a break. Getting the trailer assembled. But just taking a break and watch some Joey Nitro. Joey Nitro RC, if you're interested. He has a great collection of videos, and they just keep getting better and better. He's quite the comedian. Yeah, but I was just sitting here taking a break from my assembly projects and catching some of this. Yeah, we'll get back to the project here. All right. While I'm thinking about it, what I'm doing right now is I'm running the electronics or the lights to the battery box here. What I would recommend is to put the wires in there before you put this on there. It doesn't make a difference. I mean, other than getting this wires through these little crevices down here is not easy. Just for the fact that each one is dual light. So before you put the battery box on, I would run the lights. Just get the lights run. Yeah. All right. Call me paranoid. Oh shoot, I gotta unscrew that. Call me paranoid, but these wires are a pain in the butt to get in there. There's a little module in there that, well, I'll show you right quick. There's a little module that controls the lights. So we have, as you can see in there, we have amber and red, but yeah, it gives us flashing. So it was just sitting there out in the open. Wires, you know, all the connections and soldering points all exposed. So what I did was I put some black tape on it. Just a recommendation on that light controller. Put some black tape on that son of a gun. Anyway, I gotta get the screw back in. I can't do this one hand. All right. All right. So we're putting these little lights together. So we have 4 of these lights, which we got 8 of these little screws that are asked for. We've only got 6. I've gone through this 17 times and have not come up with it. So I had to dig through my stash and find 2 comparable screws. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to use one on one light, one on the other, you know, or another, but not have them both on the same light. But yeah, just FYI, I had 2 less screws. Mine's missing 2 screws. All right, just a couple of things. So I'm on my last light here. I could not find appropriate screws that would fit in these lights or washers or anything. So I came up with a plan B for Mr. B and reusing my own damn screws. There we go, focus on that. Using my own damn screws and washer on here and putting them in there. I've gotten 3 of them in there so far. It's working wonderfully. So I have a ton of screws, washers, and whatever I have. I just keep a stash. So I'm actually putting this last one in. But these lenses. So what I'm also going to do after I get this last screw in is I'm going to put a dab of super glue on all these to get these lenses to stay in, because they're just popped in. And yeah, I'll glue them in. Just a little bit of advice there. Glue them fathermuckers in. Yeah. All right. So we got the wiring done. We got all these little handy dandy zip tie ends to throw away. Let me go ahead and throw these damn things away. Anyway, uh, we got them. We got them all cleaned up and trimmed down. So that's what the bottom of the trailer looks like. I mean, look at honestly, that's a nice wiring job as far as I'm concerned. Um, get yourself some extra zip ties. So they put they welded these little nuts on here and there. Um, but I believe there's 8 of them altogether. So they gave me 7 zip ties. Get yourself some zip ties and do yourself a favor and put a couple extra ones in there just to keep it nice and clean. There ain't gonna be wires dragging. Um, just to keep it nice and clean. Yeah. All right, we're doing good. Check this out. We might as well show you what our lights are doing here. Flip her back over, and again we got the fancy dancy power switch up there, but we got our lights here. I got to again. I'm gonna glue that. I haven't gotten to that yet. Need to straighten it out maybe a little bit, but yeah, and we got flashers. That's fantastic. Yeah, we're getting there. Don't look too bad. Those screws on there. Um, yeah, they shouldn't interfere with anything. My own screws and washers, because what they provided is just not making sense to me. But that's okay. We're making great progress. Moving along. Moving along. All right. This is where we're at so far. So we got the back ramps put on. They're just a simple little hook thing. Unhook, let it down. Anyway, I like it. I approve. Nice and simple. So we got the ramps put on. I did Loctite these little things in there, those little bolts, just to add a little security there. Yeah. So I mean, it's coming along. Per our instructions here, we've got to do this next, step 4. So step 5, we got to figure out this trailer link, this thing here. That and this thing over here goes with that somehow. Maybe that spacer goes in there finally. But so we're gonna get this put onto the trailer somehow on the front here. But we're coming along. Nothing special to report so far. All right. Yes, so actually there is something to report. Um, the extra bits. So they appear to be building up quite a bit. I've still got these. So I think these here, the only thing that makes sense for these on this trailer here are if you were to take these links out. So the trailer has these links here. If you were to take those links out, it would change. Well, you would have to. The spacer would go here. Okay, so that way you would still be able to um, clamp the axle here. So I think that is the option to take these links out, which I don't think I see a reason to do right now. Not sure why you would do that. My first fucking trailer build, first RC trailer. Anyway, we're not gonna do that. But that's the gist of it here. We have all these extra parts. Now I know I've seen this in the most recent to-do list here. So maybe some of these screws will come in handy there, but it's not looking promising for those screws. Anyway, we're gonna carry on. Oh, look, we still have some of those, but there's more there. Anyway, they're building up. We'll report back in a little bit. Well, all right, guys. Here it is. I mean, I'm at a loss. I have a completed trailer here. So, I mean, we have right down to the... Oh, can't leave that there. Right down to the working jack. Trailer jack? No, seriously, y'all. The fucking trailer jack works. It's hilarious. Yeah. This has been a chore to put together. But anyway, let's see. Hopefully it stays in there. There we go. Nice. So we got a working trailer jack. We got a working, look at this. Okay, so, it's, putting a trailer on isn't just a quick job, and it's certainly not on this rig either. So, normally this won't be connected, so we can go ahead and, oh, I can't disconnect it. So, to connect the trailer, I mean, it stays connected. You see that right there. It's got this pin, it's got a actual tongue in there, or I don't even know what it's called, but the working part of the tongue that holds on to the ball, that's in there. That is in there. So, let's see if I can get you a shot of this. Not with that light. Let's turn it around here. But it is freaking cool. So, the tongue, in case you can't see, has, that, and that's where that went over the ball, and then the pin goes through there, or the other way, from the other direction. But yeah, we've got lights. I showed you that. We got the flashing lights, solid lights, no lights. But we've got a ton. I mean, a ton of extra parts. We've got this chain here that goes onto that. But these, maybe they give us extra. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. This piece, I don't know. I'm going to contact the company, and I'm going to share my video with them and show them what I have here, and see if they have any recommendation or encouragement or anything on all this extra stuff that I don't know. This goes with this. I don't have a place for, but there's a lot of it. Anyway, that's what we're doing here. That's what's going on here. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Next video you'll see. We'll get her out and towing something. But I've got to get this attached to the. I got to get this attached to the F-250 here. So I determined that the ball on this bad boy is just a little too big for this trailer hitch that I have going on here. This ball is too small for that fucking thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole through the side of one of these. I know, it's precarious. Here we are. And we'll be able to use this in there. We'll drop it down, of course. It'll be down towards the bottom. But we're going to have to use this one, which is fine. It looks fucking cool. I like it. But we'll use that hitch as opposed to this part of the Chaos hitch. We'll just pull that out and use the black part. But anyway, that's what's going on here. We've got her connected, wired, assembled, and all that happy trash. So like I said, hopefully in the next video that you see going on here, we have a vehicle on this and we're going down the trail, or at least down the hallway. Yeah, we ain't going down the trail for a while. We're going down the hallway. But yeah, we got her done. She's all assembled. She's ready to play. I just don't know about this, guys. I don't know. If you see anything that means anything, let me know. My phone started recognizing the QR code. She's all assembled. She's good to go. All right. That's what we're doing here. Thanks for checking it out. Later.